Hello, and welcome to yet another channel update video. And now this is somewhat scripted. I've written myself a basic outline of what I want to say so I don't go off on any tangents. But as you can tell from the less formality in my voice, this is still very much me just speaking from the heart. There's timestamps or chapters below if you want to hop around to your preferred section. Hopefully this won't be too long of a video, but some people still might not care to hear all of it, which I totally get. Also, hey, hope everyone had a good Christmas, or holidays, or whatever you celebrate. Hope it was a good time. I got this geometric Sonic art my mum made me. Can we get some love for geometric Sonic? It looks awesome. Right, so before anything else, before we can talk about this year, I gotta talk about last year. Mainly just thanking everyone who hopped on board. We didn't quite hit the numbers I was hoping for, but that's genuinely perfectly fine. The numbers wouldn't mean anything anyway if there was no community surrounding these videos, and that's what I've started getting. I've been getting actual feedback on my videos now. People are commenting about what they liked and sharing their own thoughts, and that genuinely means the world to me. Community was always my main goal with this whole YouTube thing, so to have one actually start to form is just, like, I am so fucking grateful. You cannot and will not ever understand just how much I'm appreciative for all this kind of stuff. For various personal reasons, it genuinely touches me really deep inside to see people, like, call me underrated and call the video great and, like, say they shared it around with friends. That stuff, like, really hits me hard. Especially the people who've been popping up on multiple videos. There's one or two of you commenting on, like, every new upload, and that's the fucking dream, man. That's all I wanted. So thank you all very, very much from the bottom of my heart. To put so much of me into these videos and to have people actually start engaging with them to this degree, that's... I mean, yeah, I think you get it. Thank you all very much. Again, more grateful than I can put into words. Thank you. I think most of you are Sonic fans, which makes sense. That's mostly what content I make. So I think I should address that one video you're all very much anticipating. The title of this video, in fact, Where is the Frontiers review? Back at the start of November, I promised I'd make Frontiers my focus, and that I'd spend a couple months crafting a really in-depth look at the game for you all, and that wasn't a lie. I didn't upload again until December for that very reason. I was spending the entire month of November playing and writing about Frontiers. There's a good amount of scripting done for that big review video. The only slight, tiny problem is, I don't really like what I've written. Yeah, I'm just, like, not vibing with my Frontiers scripts. Part of that is definitely me. I really badly want this to be, like, a very good, professional, deep analysis of the game, so I'm putting my writing under way more scrutiny than other, more lax videos. But even then, in the script, I think I'm going on too many tangents and not setting up my points well enough at the beginning, and there's just kind of a lack of focus overall. I'm really trying to do the whole just write something down and then improve it later thing, but this is going to be like a massive script. It's a lot harder to do that methodology with something really big. So basically, all this is to say, I'm making the decision to delay that Frontiers review indefinitely. And now I know that sounds really bad, but don't worry, I'm still gonna be cracking away at it. It just won't be the main thing I prioritize anymore. Plus, I'm at a bit of a dead end now anyway. Almost exclusively focusing on that game for literally 2 months has completely burnt me out on it. But don't worry, you will get that Frontiers video eventually. It will see the light of day. I believe there's a really good video buried in there. I've just got to keep whittling away at it until I find it. It'll be done when it's done, basically. I really do apologize to anyone who was super excited to see that video come out soon. Hopefully the wait will be worth it at least. Thank you for your patience. I really hope I can eventually deliver when it's complete. So, what am I going to be making in the meantime? If I'm putting Frontiers on the back burner, then I gotta make other videos instead, right? Well, my brain's certainly been whirring. I have a lot of ideas floating around up here. Number one being more Mario movie coverage. I'll be making another small video when the final trailer comes out, and then a giant analysis of the full thing. probably when it's out on digital. I'll be pitting it up against Sonic and talking about the strengths and pitfalls of adaptations in general, really. I'm quite looking forward to that one. Something about this movie just really energizes me to make videos. I don't know what it is. Also, the previous Mario movie video was like one of my best performing of last year, which thanks everyone, that was really nice. Very reassuring to know I don't have to include Sonic in the title and thumbnail for people to watch. So that's Mario stuff for the next year. And speaking of non-Sonic franchises, there's a couple others I'd really like to talk about. Obviously I don't want to just cover Sonic forever. I mean, I love the Blue Rat, but talking about him non-stop 24/7 is going to do more harm than good in the long run. So if you watched my most recent Game Awards video, you might have picked up that I really love Crash Bandicoot. It's such a good series. It's definitely in my top 3. I love Crash games. Right now I'm thinking either a 4-part retrospective going through Crash 1 through 4, or some Crash Team Rumble gameplay would be what I'd want to make. Obviously, please share your thoughts on this and everything else I'm talking about. This kind of goes nowhere if I don't get feedback and pointers. Another franchise I'd want to take a stab at is, of all things, Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. Now, not theory junk, I don't care to speculate on what the story is or any of that shit. My focus would be on the production and writing and visuals, you know, appreciating the craft. And that would apply for both the YouTube series and the TV show, by the way. I think both have different strengths and weaknesses that would be fun to look into. I know this one has a kind of volatile fan base, but I don't know, I think there could be something there. Now, right, this next one is going to come out of complete left field for a lot of you, but a Captain Underpants. Yes, that book series and movie about the bald man in underwear who shouts tra-la-la. I want to make a long, in-depth analysis of that. I just rewatched the movie recently, and wow, it's such a good adaptation. There is so much more to talk about there than you might first think. My only problem here would be getting that initial viewership. It's such a niche topic that I'd have to come up with an insanely compelling premise to get people to click on it in the first place. I think that struggle would be worth it though. I think I have a very unique perspective here that I'd really like to share. Also, I think the universe wants it too. I got a Captain Underpants DVD for Christmas. Twitter recommended me this meme tweet. I think unseen forces are trying to tell me something here. But hey, all those other franchises are cool. But what about that Blue Rat I'm meant to be so focused on? What about Sonic? I've got plenty of Sonic ideas too, don't worry. There's the Frontiers review, obviously, but I've got some other stuff floating around my brain space. For over a year now, I've been wanting to do a big, long look back at all the various Sonic music from throughout the years. I just couldn't do it until now because I was waiting for Frontiers to come out. But now, I can make it, and I'm fairly sure I will. It'll be a fun, light-hearted video where I just get to express some simple music opinions and we can all enjoy the various bops from throughout the series. I think it could be really nice. Music's such a big part of Sonic, and dedicated videos about it totally get an audience on their own, so I think it would be fun. Another big one is Sonic Prime. And now, I gotta be honest, I am still debating whether to wait for the full show's release or not. Season 1, shocked me with how much I had to say, and I can just about visualize how a video on it would look. Part of me really wants to dive in and make that, just to get it out of my system, but another part of me knows it's probably worth waiting until we have the entire show to break down. You all heavily favoured that approach in the poll too, and hey, it's been a month since Prime's release and I've managed to hold out so far. We'll have to wait and see if I can make it all the way through to Season 3, but just know that, if not sooner, the second that season's released, I will start work on a Prime teardown. That show really fucking got to me. Also, 46 votes, wow, thank you very much. Now another one, that I don't want to say too much about just yet, is actually a collaboration. Again, I won't say who with or what about, we've got nothing concrete planned yet, so I don't want to give out false details. But yeah, there's potentially a collab in the works. I've been having super cool conversations with this person, we've got a couple ideas we're spitballing around. I think something really good could come of it. Also, yeah, it is Sonic based, obviously. That's why I'm grouping it in with the other Sonic projects. I can say that much. Now, I kind of implied it back there with Crash Team Rumble, but something else I'm considering getting into is gameplay videos. I'm finally getting a capture card soon, and well, yeah, I'll obviously use it to get footage for my bigger reviews. A part of me wants to use it for more. Now, this wouldn't be your typical gameplay video. I've tried that in the past, and I just do not think it's for me. I think my commentary needs time and refining before it's anything worth hearing. If anything, I'd think I'd make them like Radical Soda's old speedrun Honey Bun series, where he records the gameplay and then writes skits around whatever happens. Go watch his Mania series for like a reference, it's very enjoyable. But yeah, that's something else I'm considering. Again, just like with everything else mentioned, please leave any thoughts below, especially for this video. I really want to know what my community's gelling with. The last thing to mention would be that I've revamped my Patreon a bit. And nothing major, but I've changed some tier names and rewards, gotten rid of that dumb meme tier and replaced it with another actual tier. Any support over there is obviously like insanely appreciated. I totally get it if not. Especially in the UK right now, it's a very trying time financially. So if you can't donate, totally get it. But if you can, even a single pound or dollar or whatever currency, you know, I'm eternally grateful. It even says that on the Patreon. I'm eternally grateful. But that just about wraps everything up. That's a little look into what I'm aiming to make in 2023. Once again, I'd like to apologise for the Frontiers review delay, and also give an uber thank you to anyone who's joined onto my weird little channel and formed a community around it. Again, it means the world. But yeah, I think that's it. That's everything said. Roll that fake Crash music.